Aje wase, this is Jake on the mic.
Bazenga mwenyewe.
Venye inafaa ukoaje leo huku?
Mimi niko mdogo. Kusukuma tu siku.
Kusukuma maisha. Venye inafaa. Mental health. Juu tu. Juu ni a short one. Juu tu unataka kujua, unataka committee doesn't sound so bad. Niambie tu. Just talk about it.
I've not started on a good trajectory.
Unauliza tu jinsi. Si usikone.
Mental health haiko yuga.
But ni sawa tu, it is what it is. As long as uko alive you guys, we push. We push, we move regardless you guys.
Sadako.
Niko tu sina, na feel niko cyclist, na feel unajonga tu ile
leo nimekuona uko down nika nonsense.
Si feel poa hivyo nilikuchapia. Na feel tu niko nimeamka nikifeel cool kiasi na life, but nashukuru cha muhimu guys. Niko nashukuru. Hamna tunapambana tu na life yenye inafaa. Tuna try to celebrate the small wins when they are there. And as I've just said, we move. So, now it's a short video. Nataka to discuss what has just happened right now.
So, actually I think wacha tutaifanya kwa topic leo.
Yeah, I agree.
Sawa. What's up wadau kinyeme hapa?
You guys, tuko hapa tu tuna chill, tunaanza ku prep, tuanze pole. Hata nimesema content imejipa you guys. Tuna kidogo tunasikia nachanga hivi ni gani. So at first tu jamaa ulifikiria ni kama ni demo. Nimekuona umesema mimi nilikuwa tu fuck it man. Ndio nikaona kamera fulani you guys kana screen. Kumbe amebebewa simu you guys. Tumesikia tu Ndudhi na
hebu sema amebebewa simu na nani?
Amebebewa simu you guys. Tumekaa tu hivi kiasi tunasikia tu bike ina rev, alafu so tunashangaa ni nini? Mimi unajua the first thing nimekaa to my mind ni nini? Ni mademo wanapigana hapa chini. This some good video hata tuanze kurecord. Turns out kumbe amefanyiwa ile kitu.
Ametendewa
Kibrania. Nimeona ana scream you guy, anaweka bag chini akikimbilia. Najiuliza sana Tako hiyo uchia msaidie na nini?
Na mjue tuko maeneo ya Westlands.
Sasa unajiuliza
wewe
ingekuwa Kawangware, ingekuwa Magetoni you guy. What if it was
ingekuwa Eastlands ungesema
tungeelewa.
Westlands you guy.
Fucking hell.
Sasa hapa Ndudhi imepita kai imeenda, wase wote wametokelezea kuangalia. Nini imehappen?
Na huyo
mtu anaangalia tu Ndudhi na
na unasikia msee ameekelea wote juu, unasikia kirevu guy. Okay. Bro, na nikaboxer tu you guy. Ni uto tu bike to 150cc guy.
Sasa
wewe sasa ndio nilikuwa nakuuliza, mimi kenye nimeshangaa ameshinda akiimba simu for like 2 minutes akiscream. Akiendea wochi anashout towards face ya wochi. So alikuwa na expect nini?
Hebu ongeza kizungu juu kuna
we have some viewers who are Swahili literate you guy.
English speaking
anglophone niggas you guy. Yeah, so if it was you and someone stole your phone on the barabara,
just to summarize it, you were sitting here chilling, getting ready for the pod, and then suddenly you hear phone.
Even if they are anglophones, they have to say it the way. We're not paraphrasing things. Ako kasauti tunajaribu kufanya kazi hapa.
Kuku ina chini.
Nimeshangaa. I was honestly expecting a girl on girl fight you guys.
Yeah, so there's a lady who got robbed of her phone. And the guys who robbed it were on a motorbike, so they ran and then she was tripping out.
You guys are Kenyans, and if you're not Kenyan, that's what normally happens. When you see just two guys on a Ndudhi and they are slowing down, coming towards your side, just hide your phone. Hi.
And by the way, it's not the first time simu imeibiwa hapa.
It's like 3 to 4 times now.
No.
It happens a lot. And then, you know, when I usually pass coming on this road on my phone, najishuku wingi sana. I ask myself a lot of I have like a fear. And you know, it ain't pretty losing your phone, man. And that's, in as much as you can buy another one, it's still where you
buy another one from where you guys. Na hii economy ya kasongo.
Today, so no, I think it's a personal thing. When you say it, buy another one.
But sasa, the way this lady was screaming, you think she had money to buy?
I was asking you when I asked you. So this girl, it's not even an iPhone. Why is she crying? A phone for 8,000, and you told me no man. That is why. And I'm like, when it's an iPhone, goddamn, spending tends to.
But you see, that's the difference. Because if an iPhone was stolen, that lady wouldn't be screaming. Trust you me.
Really? I think women are dramatic.
But you know, the first thing that hits your mind is how will I replace that phone? And once you know how you got that iPhone, you obviously know how you replace it.
Now with women, it's
selling
that
women,
thing.
Selling whatever they will
Selling
sell.
that thing. Selling that potential guy. Let's call it what it is. Because nowadays I hear they also sell that backdoor you guy.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying what I hear on the streets. Don't come and judge me, guy. Don't judge me, guy. So let's go back to my question. If it were you, you're walking, you're just outside on your phone, and then you used to get shoot.
First things first. For me, I just like gather my thoughts. Look, it's a bike. It's not a bicycle.
You can't find it even if you chase it.
It's gone.
The moment you see it go, it's gone.
So I just look, and I'm at a point in life where I was just like, so what can I do?
So what I do?
I can't do anything. I can't chase those guys.
There's nothing you do. But I've told you my exact reactions because I've thought about this before. I would say, fuck, and then try and chase the bike. Although it's futile, I would not act like that lady screaming and attracting everyone.
But you see, the thing is, if you're fast enough, that bike it doesn't have that much
acceleration. Yeah, exactly. You can grab. That's what I'm saying.
Just grab of one guy.
Yes, just grab the back guy. Make him fall down and beat the crap out of him. Even if he doesn't have your phone, at least you'll get that.
But I believe he's the one that has your phone because the other guy is concentrating on.
No, but you've never seen the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is a getaway driver. He's concentrating on the road. He doesn't have. So just in case you say he slipped it into his pocket, you know, they normally chase that car game. You remember that time when we were on that junction, that junction between Ngong Road and Kibera, going to Kibera and coming back to Kilimani. We saw a guy being robbed live.
And that phone circulated between those
these guys. So you see, to give a bit of context, the cop had stopped the road, but then the guys had come and they were coming.
It was during the demos, right?
Not.
No, there was some sort of commotion going on.
So that's what I'm telling you. What happened is they had come and kufungiana njia for lack of a better word.
No, I think it was during the demos.
I doubt it wasn't a demo because the way I remember is the cop.
There was an event happening. And they were all rushing from Kibera side.
Oh no, it wasn't an event. It was this Mazishi Matanga shit.
I don't know, but I know that there was something happening because there was so many on the road.
Yeah, when you say that, I agree. There was something happening. So there were many on the road. And you see the way the guys are reckless. They come and they disobey.
Yeah, they were actually coming through the wrong side.
Yes, exactly. So they were meeting very many diseases at one intersection. This Uber guy, I don't know whether it was an Uber guy, he had the phone placed on that car bracket that they normally have.
Yeah, but the phone that was stolen was for the passenger.
No,
yeah, it was for the passenger.
Okay, so for because we can't really be sure.
Because the passenger had it in his hand with an envelope.
No, it wasn't on the hand. The way I remember is the Nduthi guy was like this.
Because this is the ones for the Nduthi guys. They normally they have.
So like that one didn't have. You know, it's not all of them that have. I've checked. You know, after that commotion.
But
it has stayed on my mind.
I think it was the passenger because that guy had panicked.
Either way, the phone got stolen. We saw the guy stealing it, just tiptoeing around those other Nduthis and going and giving it to someone else. It was quite unfortunate. it was quite unfortunate. If you are a dude of Nare who goes here and steals other people's phones, they play on the ground.
We will ban you, you guys.
Tire. We don't even know where those fucking tires come from, but we will fucking.
You guys.
You can't.
And
do
you know,
that to
because I've heard guys saying that those guys apparently I've seen interviews on YouTube. The guys who were criminals in the past and ended from. They say that you are doing it to put some bread on the table and shit. Dude, if that's the method you're using to put bread on the table, you're fucked, man.
You're fucked. There's a saying in Swahili, siku za mwizi ni arobaini. We'll get you.
Ile siku we will bamba you guys.
You'll see.
We will pomonga you.
We'll call those guys who did that Mombasa blogger dirty, you guys. I feel like there should be a punishment like that for people. But you see, the worst thing is that there are people who enjoy that shit. So it's not punishment. You think you're punishing a nigga, kumbe unamtolea for you guys.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, so you asked me, I asked you back. You said that you would chase those guys?
I would try to catch the guy. You see, making him fall down is my best bet of getting out that phone.
Yeah.
You see, and
even if you don't get it,
at
you
least
you
still have someone to vent out all that anger on.
Yeah.
And you see, I get it's sort of near impossible to get him, because I think those guys, they are not at a standstill, they just slow down.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility, and it also depends on how fast.
But you see, you're thinking also thinking speed.
Yeah,
reflex
action. Yeah.
Because at times like that, Chile, when her phone was stolen, she just threw her bag down.
And started crying.
Now, if but you see, we are not in that scenario, so we can say what we would do, but when it gets to but ideally, the best action to do is like just flip immediately, just grab, because they wouldn't have left you with a lot of distance.
With a lot of, and I believe if you accelerate fast enough, you can catch up. I was even thinking, I've been thinking about this. If you get them in a position, you can even try and kick the bike to topple it. It will go like this. But I'm just talking out of a point of ignorance. I can.
And I feel you should be walking around with a taser, you guys.
God damn.
You've seen that video?
No.
There's a video of a guy, he slams. He holds his phone out of the window. And
beating those motherfuckers.
The guy comes to snatch the phone, he pulls his hand inside and chases the shit out of him. And the guy is moving. By the time
he's running.
And he's getting tased, you get. So by the time he lets go of the hand, the guy just falls down and can't get up.
That is what we call adabu. You guys, adabu. That nigga won't repeat that shit again.
You never know, man. These Islam guys are hardcore.
Fuck that shit, man.
What's a taser for the Islam guys? They're going for days without food, man. And then for them, they get hit by this 240 volts from the power lines.
When they
raw power.
Because they jump other people's electric fences.
Yeah, and then also they steal the transformers and shit like that.
God damn, the mafuta.
The transformers themselves also go.
God damn.
Do you mean to tell me that the transformers go when the power is off?
No, I bet there's someone who's actually risking his life. He knows
That's how they do. See, there was a time, I think back when I was a kid, huko mtaa, says mtaa. It's close to Eastlands, so there was a guy who would actually alikuwa amepanda hiyo pole ya stima to try and they were trying to steal the transformer, like the entire transformer off. The guy alishika the wrong wire bana. Like literally alikaukia huko juu.
I know. When you're waking up in the morning, you see a nigga up there.
That dude was toast up there, man.
You know that nigga won't rot you, guy.
He doesn't have blood in him, man.
He doesn't have any liquid.
Liquid,
exactly. That nigga will rot, I'm telling you. No, he'll not rot. He'll stay there. He'll stay there.
Like that dude was stuck over there like dry.
God damn. You see, even if you're not careful, you can break pieces. like the space thing
Yeah,
I was telling
man.
you about.
Turns
You
into
become,
ash.
easily.
Shit.
Easily. That steamer you guys is not a joke. It's not a joke.
Have you ever been electrocuted?
I told you that story. When I was in high school, we used to charge our phones on open. So there was this bulb in the store. The store where we put mattresses, boxes, because we had lockers. So you put your box there at the end of the term. You take all your things and you put it inside your box for safekeeping. So there used to be a bulb up there. So, and it had some protruding wires, but they were, what is it called? They had that plastic thing, what is it called? Not laminated, that one. They had the plastic
The
one.
coating.
Plastic coating, the red one and the black one.
Yeah.
We used to, so we turned the lights off. Zuri, it was not that dangerous. We turned the lights off, you chonga kidogo a piece so that it remains some live wire, and then you put it in a sort of a loop.
Yeah.
You connect the
You motherfuckers are dangerous.
God damn. So it was KCSE time, and
Yeah.
it was that time just before Matiang'i when the exam papers were leaking AF.
Damn.
So that day it was me who was in charge of waiting for the exam papers to come.
So the results you got were not yours.
I didn't get any results.
Let's not go there anyway.
We'll talk about that. But I failed. It didn't help me.
What, nigga?
I told you I got a C minus. You guy.
God.
And despite that was a sleepless night because we were waiting. I'm the one who's in charge of waking niggas up when they
So did you get the right paper or you got the wrong?
No, we used to get right papers. Those days, everyone had the exams.
So what happened? Why did you fail?
Fuck that shit. We'll talk about that another time.
That's more interesting to me.
No, let me tell you about the electricity issue. So, that day I was charging phones up there for niggas because niko rada to mindo niko nangojea. So you guys started feeling a bit sleepy. Nikasema, I've never been shocked before. Let me try. And then you know it's a high place, and then there are cabinets all over, so you climb. There are wall mounts of cabinets all over because that's where I put the boxes. So I used to climb through, and it's like a narrow room, so I can reach end to end. I decided to climb and test it out. I touched it, you guys, fell down. Wow. The shock that I got, that you guys. I couldn't even taste for some time, you guys.
That thing is crazy.
That was the first and the last time. I see you guys opening this sort I'm not an electrician that I can pay someone to do this shit for me. Just 300 shillings.
Man's hands on you, guys.
I'm not interested in dying from shock. God damn.
They have been electrocuted quite a number of times.
Of course. You're just a dude of literally, it's just like the electricity.
You've seen that phone that I have, right? There's a time I had brought it.
Yeah.
The one for... that produces the Tesla.
You see, an intrusive thought that I had when you brought it is, how does it feel to be tased?
It's the same shit.
Well,
Same shit.
I rather not.
It has a lot of power.
I know that one even you could feel when you tested it in an elevator, you could feel it.
You could
you could feel like there's something here. God damn.
That's what you should be walking around with. So the moment this guy is just...
But you see, it's all about reflexes. Because you see, this is happening in a span of 2 to 3 seconds. That's the time you have to do anything that is.
Wait, if your reflexes are good enough, imagine you
second,
get that guy,
half a
you
second.
put him on the floor and you have that Tesla.
So you see, the moment he grabs the phone, then you realize that you don't have your phone, you just reach out to the guy. Maybe, and you reach out while you're running so that you try and match the momentum. Maybe you can do something. But it is very hard. You have to be very sober-minded. You see, that's why I tell you, even when I'm using my phone in public, I am very it's like my hair's in the summer because I know anything that can happen.
And you see, that's a good thing because you're already aware of that scenario. But now in the scenario but you see, this is a route that you take every day. So you are aware that there's been some muggings around here. But imagine you're just walking in a place that you've never heard of.
No, but that thing about...
But here, you see, when you come down here, your guard is The guard is up
No, but my guard is always up when I'm using my phone.
On the
What's
streets,
the
right?
other day?
on the streets because you lived in Nairobi and you know how it is.
I know. Thank God. I'm not even saying that it is my prowess or anything. It's good. I've never had my phone snatched from me.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
Because
Well, I've lost how many phones? 2? No, 1.
out of snatching, you
Not
guys.
snatching. That was clean. It was willingly. I gave it up. Topic for another day.
You want my phone here?
That's you know that they say that you've not stayed in Nairobi hadi umekaribishwa Nairobi.
No, but hizo ma scams. Mimi sasa my whatever my stories are scams. Ile get rich quick scams.
No, I know that.
Those are my experience. That's how I feel like that was my introduction to Nairobi now. We'll have an episode that we discuss about how we were both welcome to Nairobi. Welcome. So I have like 2 or 3 topics. 1 or 2 topics. I wanted to say that story. You remember I told you Brad was snatched his phone when he was, he lives in Eastlands. So he was snatched his phone just before coming to work. I saw him. Brad I really felt for you. He was sitting in the boardroom and he was sitting facing. So he was sitting facing the other side. So when you pass, you can see what he's touching. I just saw him tracking his phone. There is nothing I can do. His screen was just, his laptop screen was just focusing on that. He kept reloading that page, watching it. Now he got Luthuli, say imetoka Luthuli, iko Tomboya, say imeenda River.
What was he supposed to do?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying, and I felt that shit.
Yeah, because that's a point where it takes you down.
It can fuck you up.
It puts you down.
Yeah, it can fuck you up. But you know what, you guys? It is what it is. I think that it's a part of life. That's why we say the thing you do, if I try and run towards him and find that I can't get him, I'll just be zealous and like, okay, so let's try. But you know it will kill your psyche. I saw Brad that day, he wasn't even laughing at jokes, you guys. I tried.
It's best for you just to go home and relax. Process it at all. Because I believe that even if you come to work and do work,
he didn't do anything that day.
It doesn't. It just makes it worse.
Yeah, I don't know, and he was phoneless. Did you where he got a kabambe? It's just Brad is a techie. He enjoys the tech aspect of things. He's a Brad. I get you. So, a quick one, the second one. Do you have anything to add to that?
On the phone topic, no. Apart from the fact that, when your phone is stolen, now for this instance, this guy Chile has to go to the cops because of the M-Pesa and the Safaricom line and all that stuff, right?
No, I don't think she does.
I'll tell you why. She needs to get an abstract saying that her phone was stolen. In the event that phone is used to commit any crime or anything, she has an abstract to cover. By the way, that's the first thing you should do. Whenever you lose anything,
get an abstract.
Be it whatever it is.
Anything that can be tied back to you.
Yeah, get an abstract.
Come on, a pen, come on, a book, it's okay. But if
get an abstract.
Hey, God damn.
So she'll go to the cops and get it, and the cops will laugh at her.
Be like that with Tambula shit when his wife did him dirty, you guys.
But that's for a fact. Like the cops will, first of all, they'll ask you for money because they'll tell you that the OB is not free.
Really?
That's what they'll say. Penny meisha ink. Right?
Aki afande, nimetoka tu kuibiwa simu hata I don't even.
Unaona penny meisha ink.
Yesterday when I was in town, the thing that kept going through my mind, what if this nigga steal my phone from me? How will I get back? Because I didn't have cash.
Damn.
I would have been stranded in town. I focused on that shit until I didn't remove my phone when I was in town. It was in deep
I
inside my
hate
pocket.
going to downtown.
God, I hate going
Town
near
generally.
CBD. Yeah. CBD is a place you should avoid at all costs. You guys, at all costs. So and you see, that's why I keep telling you it's something that is deep embedded in me.
So you have that guard up, like up there every time whenever.
And when I realized that I was using my phone, talking to you and making some calls for work.
Yeah.
It dawned on me.
You see, that's why I feel like you should have a smartwatch with earbuds.
Yeah, and you
So
see,
your phone is just
so you just see who
you
you're.
just see who is calling, just pick it
answer.
up from here and goes to your earbuds.
True, I agree. That makes a lot of
Well,
sense.
that's the good thing with tech that we've gotten that far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and us we are tech pros. We
Yeah.
we look up, not we look up, but we try to be forward thinking in terms of
for
tech.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I think I wanted to say the second. It's like a short one. Apparently, you guys keep on a cooler stock. You guys.
Tell me about it.
Remember yesterday, guys, while we were leaving the office going back home, we saw an electric vehicle, and then passing by the side of it, it's written Kenya Power. You guys. So I didn't even know the government buys EVs.
Yeah,
Did
the
you know?
government buys EVs.
Really, I didn't know.
But I think it's because, so you know, this whole agenda of energy saving, green power,
And
so they have to portray something.
really.
But now KPLC wanakula stock
You
yao.
guys, they have a charging station. Let me ask you something. Do you think KPLC offices pay for power?
I don't think so.
I believe because of audit reasons and whatnot, they do have to pay. But
What audit have you had in government organization? You tell me.
I remember that audit lady, that chief auditor for the government, keeps
Bullshit.
raising flags for things that are inconsistent, and we are moving to tunaendelea tuna life as if everything is okay.
Bullshit, man.
So that those guys are just eating stock.
Wanakula stock yao.
But I've never seen a proper EV in Kenya, by the way, come to think of it.
Like a proper car?
Proper EV. Because I've seen them do this and they're quite.
No, you've not seen the Nissan Leafs.
Nissan Leafs, so where do the Nissan Leafs
So they have charging stations, I think it's 2 Rivers. Like they have a proper charging
charging
station.
station? Yeah, I know, like the ones for Elon.
Yeah.
I've seen Nissan Leafs around,
Mm.
but I've never been in one. It's not as mainstream as you were saying with this.
Yeah, I think we've not really adapted to, as Kenya, we've not really adapted to that.
That kind of tech.
Yeah, I think EVs are not where they're supposed to be yet.
And I came
They
to
have
know-
a long way to go.
Yeah, I was a big proponent of EVs, but I've had the issues that are surrounding it. It's not as sustainable. You remember the story I was telling you? You guys, I like moving around Nairobi with Uber and Uber. That's my favorite mode of transport. So I've been trying the Uber and Uber EVs, not electric vehicles, electric bikes.
Bikes,
You guys, I've done close to 10 trips with those bikes. There is no point we've missed swapping a battery. Every time I have to. It's either we'll have to swap or it will. Like yesterday when I was going to town, it was an issue of the Ludik. Ilikuwa ina shida ikizima.
So I told this guy one thing. 10 times. You're saying every time you've had an issue with
Yes. Yes.
Ask yourself why. You can't, what's the probability of those bikes always having an issue?
Let me tell you what the one Ludik guy told me. You see, when you go to a charging station to swap a battery, it is not guaranteed that you will find a battery that's 100%. So
Okay.
you'll have to take the best you can get.
Okay.
Because guys are swapping. Maybe it's a business.
Yes.
Guys are swapping. So utapata mmoja iko 50%, ingine iko 60%. So it is very rare for you to find
100%.
Yes.
But now where's the problem when a bike you take, that bike out of 10 times it has either stopped or you've gone to solve a bike.
I can honestly say I don't remember a time of Pandan and Ludi and electric.
So that you are the problem.
You.
Now you see, this guy doesn't want to be told the truth.
This nigga. You weigh much more than me.
Come on. Come on, dude.
I have
Come
a skill at home.
on.
I'll bring it on Monday.
Come
We'll
on.
pima.
Why are you doing
How
this
much do you
now?
weigh? Tell the guys. Me, I'm not ashamed of my.
No, by the last time I checked, I was 88.
Me, I'm 89. It's only 89.
And that was before I started fasting.
89 on a good day. I'm not saying on other days.
But that was also before I started fasting. So I
Sawa.
fasted and obviously I know I've lost.
So I'll come with that. I'll come with that scale on Monday.
No.
Ishakuwa form. We'll see.
But now you see, okay, let's wait for Monday,
Yeah.
and we will keep this
Let's
topic on hold.
reserve our comments till on Monday. But no, yeah, I do agree. We've lost a bit of weight
Yeah.
I agree. I've noticed it.
And then we've cut down on fish and chips. Chicken and chips also.
There was a time, you guys, every day of the week. Every
There used to
day.
be some very
But you see, we still get cravings nowadays. It's just that
like crazy.
we broke the momentum. I think once you went for fasting,
Yeah.
and me, I don't feel comfortable. I personally don't feel comfortable just going there, strolling there to that other place that they let us down. We told you guys that place, and they've been letting us down. So
I think that's also a factor.
a very big factor. You remember when you finished fasting the way we were ready for it,
Yeah, man.
and they let us down 2 to 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Alafu nakumbuka when they started, they used to even deliver to us here.
Delivery stop. I don't know.
But anyway, it is what it is. I think I'm done. Those two or the whatever I wanted to mention. KPLC wacheni kula stock bwana.
Sasa nyimu. But you see, the thing is, we are paying for that stock that they are consuming.
It is what it is. Are they still making a profit?
They obviously will be.
No,
Even if they don't-
nakumbuka there was a time they were making
Listen.
constant losses.
Listen, you're the only power supply in the entire country.
But you see what happens is the money gets sipped, it sips through the cracks.
Let me tell you one thing.
Uh-huh.
They are 100% sure they're making profit. Just that the money is not going into the right accounts.
No, okay, for sure. I'm saying as the organization. I'm not saying as the individual. You know, when you report towards
So
the
you
end of the
see,
year.
you see what I'm trying to explain is they are making a profit, hands down.
Yeah, it's not. It's a
Hands down.
monopoly.
Hands
they
down.
have a fucking monopoly.
But what will be reported are losses because that money is not getting to the profit
Yeah,
that
it's
comes
not
there.
getting to where it should get.
Yeah,
to.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's not going into KPLC accounts. It's going into
Other
Money
shit.
Mbugua.
Why are you doing that to our niggas from the Murima, you guys?
or who should I say?
Just anyone.
Botania Steven.
Hata Saidi, you guys.
Saidi. Hussein.
Hussein. Abdikadir, you guys.
Name them.
and some Mogaka somewhere, you guys.
Name them.
Like that KRA nigga we saw the other day.
Come on.
That guy, I can honestly say he's junior level, but that guy is rolling in cash. There was another guy who went to see to fix some tax issues we had with KRA. That guy, he had an iPhone 16 or 17. He had a what is the name of that phone?
The Z Flip.
The Z Flip, and he had a Mercedes-Benz key resting on top of the table.
And
He's
you see the
working-
one is using resting.
Resting, yes, he's just staying. He's not even trying to feature it. The way I come with my house keys, just throw them inside my bag. They don't need to be anywhere near here. You guy, and I can say we are all at junior levels. I think he's a junior level officer, but that guy is rolling in shoes.
But he's working for KRA. What do you expect? See, KRA has been reporting losses also.
Yeah.
I saw this, like I was reading about it yesterday. KRA is reporting losses. I think this is the third month or second month.
It's not months, it's years.
Come on.
They do it by years.
You see?
God.
You see?
God damn, I don't know. Let's try to come. We'll give you residency there in State House. You can remove this other
Calm down.
this child of God. Remove this child of God.
Calm down.
Well, don't come for us. We're just bantering here.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I think we've overdone this.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's always fun to talk to these guys.
It's
always
always
fun to
a
talk
good
to.
time.
Yeah, man.
It's always a good time. So guys, this was supposed to be a short one. We'll not. I want us to just do a hard cut at that point. What do you think?
It's fine now.
So guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your comments. They can stay there where they are in the comment section.
Don't let them get to you.
Don't let it get to your mind that that you have the right to choose what we want to do and what we don't want to do. So it is what it is. Let's stop at that point.
Yeah, so guys, it's a wrap. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Like, comment, share the video, share guys. I've seen some new guys come on board. Thanks for the support.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you need to start sharing and watching these videos, man.
Straight up.
Let us know. We are soon planning to go on Spotify,
Yeah,
do
and start doing short
shorts
contents.
on TikTok and YouTube as well. And maybe you can give us some more feedback in the comment section. Tell us what you'd like us to talk about, what you'd like to see, and if there are any specific topics you want us to discuss or go delve deep into.
Good. Sounds good.
That's why we are the two wise.
Guys, you guys.
Adios.
Muchachos.